Skull buffs.
School buffs.
Hit that like button on y'all way in this bitch. You heard?
What won't be today? What the fuck? What won't be today?
What won't be today? She said it's okay, cousin. You gonna get her back. You gonna take her somewhere where she don't want to go. I said it won't. She said nope, it won't, cause you gonna be with me today.
Keep talking shit. I'll take both of y'all with me.
See, now you done got wrapped up in that shit. You see that shit? Now you done got exactly, some bullshit. Now you got roped into that shit. Look at that bullshit.
Come on there, hit that like button. And make sure you type your name in the comment section. Let us know who the fuck you are. You heard? You heard? This is Homecoming, the game day series. You heard?
She thought she was safe.
She said you thought you was safe.
It's the game day series, and I got my co-host that I just hired for our game day series. So every time we do a game day series, you're gonna hear Rockin' Robbie in the background. You heard? Rockin' Robbie, what's up with you, man?
What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal?
Nah, motherfuckers don't know. We came along. We got a long history right now. We done came a long way to where we at right now. They don't know you over there running your the Madden League right now, and you're doing your thing with it, and you do shows on a regular and all that. So this co-host shit ain't hard for you because you used to running your own shit. But let's talk about our history together, man. It started with Madden, man. It started with tell our viewers how you found my leagues.
Shit, man, 21. I was in one of my little family leagues. You know, I got hip to like the YouTube world as far as Madden is concerned. And I stumbled upon one of your shows. And on said show, you let us know how to go about joining the league or whatnot. I hit you on your Instagram. The rest is history. Brought me and my cousin over, and we've been rocking since.
Facts. Motherfucker came over 221, right? 2021. So yep. Came over from there. We've been on a Madden trip right now. You still doing your Madden thing right now? How that's going, man?
That shit going, man. Madden is Madden. You know, it always got some good shit. It always got some bad shit, but that's what That's what you do when you love a game, especially a sporting game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you gotta take the bad with the good. So mayonnaise with mayonnaise.
I've been trying to get him to commit full time to college, man. But you got to know what loyalty feel like, right? Like, he ain't going to leave his cousin out there like that. I wish his cousin would come bring his ass back to college too, man. But, well, maybe we'll get back together with real draft and shit starting up. Maybe I might start a real draft during the combine. So we talking about April.
Yeah.
Bring it up and see how that works. If not, if you want real draft league.
That draft out here with us this year.
Yeah, yes sir. Oh, nah. It's in Pittsburgh? For real?
Yeah, yep.
Ooh.
Pittsburgh.
You going to it?
Hell yeah.
I was going to say, there's no reason why you don't go to that. That's big. But Rob, we in season 6 right now, 2030.
Man.
And we got a lot of football to talk about. We are in week 9 right now, man. So this is how the game day series is going to go. When you turn on game days in the mornings on Saturdays, and you see all those guys up there talking, Nick Saban, for the Desmond Howard, homeboy that used to play for Ohio State, Pat McAfee and all of them talking they shit. We're gonna get y'all serious somewhat like that, man. And the plan is to come off of that and then put a visual to it later. So like right now you're getting a raw show, broadcast live, and then eventually what I'll do is I'll add a graphic to it, meaning like it'll be a video that'll come out, 12-minute video, where I take what we're talking about and I show you team highlights and things of the such. We're gonna get back into that world of football. So this game day series, this is the start of it, man. This is the episode 1. This is the premiere. So if you are tuned in right now, you catching the first show right now. And we got a lot to talk about college football right now, man. We're coming off Arizona State winning the national title for the second time in 6 seasons, 5 seasons. They are the national defending champions right now, and they're looking to defend their title right now. Rob, what's the chances that Arizona State can go back to back?
He's one of them top competitors, man. He's always in the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see the fall happening no time soon. I mean, I'm hoping, hopefully, a lot of other users got something to say about it, but right now he's a high hand. So
He's definitely the hot hand, man. He got that programming right now, man. Especially when you can go get CEO, win 2 championships, and then you could turn your coaching status up. So I think they're gonna turn up on all levels right now. They're turning themselves when they come down to homecoming. I think they are starting to put themselves in that blue blood category. And he built it because Arizona State didn't start off as that, but recruiting is at an all-time high, winning is at an all-time high, and the stars are going up. I think they're a 4.5-star program right now. That matters. And once they get to that 5-star program, that makes them a blue blood. And I don't see too many other coaches that has that path right now, right? North Carolina, Colorado. We got some schools that were 3-star programs that are moving themselves up. Georgia Tech, like things like that, schools like that are trying to move themselves up into that conversation. But Arizona, with 2 national titles since 2025, is different, bro. Like it hits different, right? They holding it down for the Big 12 for sure. And we're going to see how that's playing itself out right now as we go. So, Rob, let's talk about the top 25 in college football in Week 9. What's going on? Because the awards race and all that stuff pop up after week 9. We get into Week 10. That's the halfway mark, and we start getting award races and all that stuff. But we're going to talk about a little bit of everything, right? We're going to talk about the award race, team stats, all types of shit. When you look at the media right now, let's start with the top 25 media rankings right now. North Carolina sitting at number 1, Rob. Now, you was in that conference. When it comes down to the ACC, would you go out on a limb and say the ACC has taken over from the SEC as the power conference and homecoming?
they make a strong claim. You see 1 and 2's Clemson and North Carolina back to back. I mean, them 2 guys are proven winners. Are they quite there yet? I mean, I wouldn't say they, let me see.
What I would say while you getting to see the screen as I see it, what I would say is that Clemson and North Carolina has been holding it down since 2025. Right. But now you got Florida State is in the top 10 right now. Mm-hmm. But then when you come off of that, you got the top 10, right? Top 5, 3 top 5 teams, ACC. But then when you look for your next ACC team, Syracuse is sitting at 18. Mm-hmm. And that's it. All right. So now when you go top 10, Oklahoma is in the mix for the SEC.
Right.
Texas A&M is at 9. Tennessee at 11, Alabama at 12, LSU at 14. So when it comes down to the rankings, you got a lot more SEC teams still in the rankings right now. But is that because of?
I think a lot of help, like as far as like even with me switching programs, jumping into the Big 12, leaving the ACC, that played a part. SEC is just what the SEC is. Like, it don't take a lot.
You ain't gonna really come down from the SEC. The SEC is still, to me, if not, I don't think it's the best conference right now, but I think at any moment, couple weeks go by, they could be the best conference with no problem. I think the league itself weighs their games, wins or losses, more than anybody else, right? They can lose games and still stay ranked.
Yeah. You know how that go. Even in real life, bias is bias, you know what I'm saying? Like, they gotta lose like 6 games to be knocked out the playoffs type deal. Like,
right. They gotta be like 4 losses to get up out of there, and that's barely. So Rob, man, either and when it comes down to coaching, either you get elevated or terminated. Would you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we got some moves that happen in this league that we must talk about right now, and the Big 12 are beneficiaries of two of them. But we just got a breaking news, a hire for Michigan State hired the coach that was at Texas Tech. And they fired the Texas Tech coaches. AD fired him, and then Michigan State just gave him a 5-year deal contract to take over the Michigan State program. So Coach Bob is now taking over a 4-2 program. Michigan State. They're taking over a winning program right now, and they are ranked number 24 in the nation right now. What does that do to the Big Ten to have? Let's go right to the standings. What does that do for the Big Ten with Coach Bob joining the Big Ten right now?
It certainly shakes it up. You got I'm trying to remember who's over there right now.
I'm ready to take you to them right now. There go the Big Ten right there. Coach Antonio, Ohio State. You got Coach Matt out there on the West Coast, and you got the UCLA is out there on the West Coast. Then you got Michigan trying to get their shit together. They still at 4-2 right now. That's Coach C. Howe. Washington is loaded, and their team is pretty solid at 4-3. Yo. Michigan State, you got Oregon, Coach Taste, Penn State with Harold Burgers, and Hitter with Nebraska. So they got some coaches over there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 user coaches over here. Now that's probably the most users outside of the Big 12. I mean, outside of the SEC. But my question is, it's been Ohio State's conference for a very long time. Do you think the hiring of Coach Bob to Michigan State, could that help give them somebody that can interrupt Ohio State?
For surely. With Coach Circumbolt, you got a guy who's going to stretch the field. Mm-hmm. He's going to build our program to his liking. He's going to play solid defense. He's going to play, he's going to give you a game all the way around. Like, as far as like Big Ten, he definitely shook it up.
Recruiting grounds, though, right?
Recruiting wise, it's going to matter, and like you got a guy like Matt, and I don't know what Matt's doing this year as far as recruit wise, but he's a guy that can play a part. What
I will argue is this: they on the West Coast. Those West Coast teams is going to occupy the West Coast, right? But on the East Coast, you got Michigan, Michigan State, Ohio State, all in the same geographic, right? Now, when you look at Michigan State, this is what he inherited. All right, they got Malik Hand, senior quarterback, dual threat. As a senior, I mean, the guy's a monster. So they got a quarterback to run around, but then they got 2 freshmen that are right behind him. They got Greg Miller, 6'3" dual threat, true freshman that they just brought in. 3-star dog. Also, they got Tony Banks' son, the legacy quarterback that played for, you should know him, he played for the Ravens, Tony Banks, quarterback. They got his son there as a redshirt freshman, as a legit pocket passer too, with a strong cannon of an arm. So they got 3 quarterbacks in the building right now that they're going to better win with. I think Malik Hand can put himself in this year's draft, which will help this quarterback room out tremendously.
For sure.
And then you start looking at what they got in their backfield. They got junior running back Khalil Johnson, 4-star dog from Columbus, Ohio. They got Don Cornelius, another senior. This is Johnson is a junior. He's the 4-star East-West playmaker senior. And then they got some young guys there. They got Paul Buggs, right? They also got Alfonso Boyd. I like him. And then you got Emilio Honeycutt. Now, when you think about it, they got a backfield threat, a guy that can catch the ball out the backfield, do a little bit of everything, right? But then they got the bruiser with some elusiveness to him, a contact seeker. They got every style of back they absolutely need in this backfield right now. And only one of them can leave. They literally, I don't see how Khalil Johnson stays in college football with a 94 overall. But when you get a new coach, you might think that he might be bribed to stay there for one more season. And they do got NIL out in Michigan State. So my question is, how much of how long will it be will we see the effect of Michigan State in recruiting when it comes down to the Big Ten? Like, is it going to take them long, or you think it'll take them a year or two?
About a year. I mean, let me see the rest of the team first. I know so far the running back and the quarterbacks will.
Now they got a young sophomore in John Hasselback at receiver. They got a senior in Charles Hearns. But when you start looking at these guys again, you're not looking at guys that haven't been really good recruits, right? 4-star,
Right.
redshirt sophomore. You're looking at Hearns as a senior, 4-star, out of South Michigan. They tearing Michigan up. How about Glenn Capps, redshirt junior, 4-star, out of Clayton, Ohio. So you see where their pipelines is at. All right. How about Clarence Crouch, redshirt freshman, 4-star, out of Novi, Michigan. They tearing Michigan up right now. All right. Jamudia Quincy, and he's a 4-star. I haven't showed you nothing under a 4-star at the receiver position yet.
Not one period.
All right.
All the positions you showed me.
And they got true freshmen that are tight ends. That will be. They told us they moving them to tight end at the end of the year. So you're looking at Nelson Weinstein, 3-star tight end, 235, and then you're looking at T.J. Manhurts, another 3-star sitting at 6'7", Rob, 245. They got weapons.
Go get that.
Now, for them to be Big Ten ready, they're gonna have to do it in a. They're gonna have to do it in a. Okay, I can come get. What's you at 7:30? All right. You know, and I know to be Big Ten football, you're gonna have to have all up front, right, on both sides of the ball. They do got a dog at junior tight. Look, man, this guy got 92 speed, 96 acceleration. So we're looking at a guy that run a 4.5, and it might be faster than a 4.5. You're looking at a 4.4 type guy.
Heavy ass receiver.
Yep. Yeah. Like with burners right now. So they are heavy with seniors there, and they got a freshman at the bottom that probably won't play at all. But when you look at their line, Gadat, all right, 95 overall, redshirt sophomore, and Devon Penner, right? And they got 2 true freshmen in the building. They low stars, right? 3-star here. This is roster fillers. Lee Carter is a 3-star. So they got work to do at tackle, but they got 2 guys that got potential to come back. Right? At guard, you're looking at a senior, 92 overall. You're looking at center. They got a true freshman sitting here at 82 starting for him right now. So they can build around him. He's from Cincinnati, Ohio. They got a true sophomore in Cortez Hook, right? Raw strength, 6'3", 279, 4-star, out of Ohio. He took the senior spot at right tackle. They got a senior. Look at the 2 freshmen, Jerron Ezekiel, and where he coming in at, 3-star. So they got some guys, man. They get some of these talent to return. They're gonna be solid up front. They're gonna need help at left edge for sure. But at right edge, they got three potential guys and a freshman that we'll see how he develop. But you're looking at Malik Cobb, sophomore. He elite though, Rob. Road dog, team player, and D-line rally. 6'5", 295 off the edge. Elite, 89 speed, 91 excel, bro. 92 strength coming off the edge. Like, you build your team around him.
Cold-blooded.
True freshman Gregory Beatty. At D tackle, they got redshirt sophomore and Wigman, Khalid Wigman. They got true redshirt freshman and Stephen Willie. So they got some guys there, and they got a true freshman down here, Afa Asafa, who probably gonna need a redshirt year. At the Sam linebacker, you're looking at Byron Hutchinson, redshirt freshman, best linebacker. Look, another guy with 4.4 speed, 3-star. Where he from? Georgia, Rochelle, Georgia. All right. At the mic, you're looking at Bernie Wolf, Rob, 6'3", 235, bro. Another 4.5 guy.
The run them down crew.
Right, the run them down crew. They got senior Skylar Latimer with 4.4 speed, running. And then they got another senior in Moses O'Hara, solid there, right? So they got some guys right now, and they got one young talent, right? That's a redshirt sophomore, Dearborn, Michigan. So it looked like he'll be back. And then at the will linebacker, look at that speed. They got speed at that linebacker. Troy Wooden, true sophomore elite. Dog. And then look, redshirt sophomore and Danny Bull. And what I like about them is they both 6'3", 6'4". Like they got guys.
Yeah, I love that road dog on Audible.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And the cornerback room, they got a junior and a senior holding it down, Sean Whipple and Marquise Springs, both 3-stars that developed into monsters. They got a young Marlon Crenshaw at 6'1", 200 pounds zone corner. Look at him, bro. 4'2" speed rock. Flying. Solid man coverage. And then they got young redshirt junior sitting here too with solid speed as well. You know they'll have to hit the portal for some for some corners, but I think they got some guys, right? They do got 2 good safeties, 3 actually. He's senior, so you're looking at LaBelle, sophomore, true sophomore too. Rob, 6'2", 202-pound cover specialist, 93 speed. So we're looking at a guy with 4.5, close to 4.4 speed, and then Self, you can see him running a 4.3, and he looked like he'll be a drafted guy, like dog. And then you go to their strong safety. They need some help here. They do got a freshman, but he looked like he a roster filler. And they are upperclassmen like crazy over here in the safety room. But Dicker is a dog. Terrell Dicker, house call, platinum, robber, silver, the natural. He could play in good weather. 5'10", 186, 93 overall with 4.4 speed and good man at coverage. And he a hitter too. So I think Circle Bob really was strategic in taking this football program. I think Michigan State is a solid program to have, right? And I think he could build from that program. And if he continue to tear Michigan up, Ohio, and some parts of Georgia, I think that they'll be right in the mix to really be a contender in the Big Ten. But I think it's going to take about 2 seasons before they really look like a team that could be in that conference championship game. But I do like the coach, and I like the team he selected. Like I think it's a match made in heaven. How you feel about the match?
Now I'm looking at the team. Like, you know, Michigan State already is a sleeper to begin with. So,
right.
Just seeing what the coach's vision was and understanding why he took this team,
if you know what I know, he wouldn't have
match made
taken
in
that
heaven.
role.
Nothing but speed, nothing but aggression and dogs, 4 stars. You know, yeah, guys that's gonna fly around, get you that ball back, so you can do what you're gonna do on offense. You know, I love it.
I like it. I like where he at. And here's the thing: Ohio State and Michigan got to be not concerned, but especially Michigan. Michigan got to be able to win the in-state battles right here. But Ohio State got to be keeping their eye, paying attention to Michigan State. In my opinion.
This is like, yeah, don't blink type deal, like.
Because they got a great foundation to start with, right? Like most coaches aren't this lucky to come into a team with a 91 overall across the board and got dogs everywhere. Like he got playmakers and dogs everywhere. And now that they got a coach on them, they're going to be highlighted a little bit more, and we're going to get to see what this team can actually do going forward. And he came in and took this team at the right time, right? Because they're 4-2, right? Now, if I was them, I would have weighed my options because he had Indiana or Illinois he could have picked, right? And both of those teams only got 1 conference loss. They all 4-2, but 1 conference loss. Yes, ma'am. And Michigan got 2 conference losses. They're 9th in the Big Ten right now, but this is a grace period for them, a grace year.
So now I want to know what made them take them over Indiana. Like, that's my question. But yeah, I ain't mad at it.
They were close to taking the Indiana job, and Michigan came with a higher offer. They offered them $3 more million over that 5-year stretch.
Yeah, and you got a younger nucleus of players, and you got guys who's gonna want to bring in guys, and you know.
Yep,
yeah.
And all the way across the board. So I like this move. I like what Michigan State, what their AD did. Their AD said that they feel like this is a home run fix. He didn't call it a home run hire. He called it a home run fix. And I think I understand exactly what he mean by that, right? Like you bring a guy in that can fix this program. Now, the problem is this. This is the only knock on the coach that takes this team. They had Texas Tech. So they had the whole state of Texas to recruit. They did not do that's why they were fired, right? They did not do a good job uh, with the roster building over there with Texas Tech. Remember, you started the season off. They had that $48 million infused to their football program, to their whole entire sports program. So they had the money in 2025, and they had the top recruiting class as far as transfers and all that. And but after that, once all them seniors left, they only had one good year of recruiting, right? So that's gonna be my question right now. Like, to me, you got handed a car that's a 2025, right? Like, you ain't got no miles on it, no nothing. You don't gotta do shit to change it, but you gotta be able to be great at recruiting and keeping this team built. And that's gonna be my only question about it. How you feel about that?
I agree, cause you figure Texas, man, you right there, you're in prime location, like
There's no
don't
way
get
you
no
supposed
better
to
than
be
Texas.
right.
So it's just
But
yeah,
maybe it was too big of a market for him in Texas. Maybe Michigan might, if he can continue to keep the homegrown, and you know what I'm saying, and around that border. If he can stay around a border that most of his players are from right now, I think he'll be fine. But he's going to have to be able to do a good job at recruiting. And I think, in my opinion, they should keep the recruiter that they got already. I don't think they need to bring in their own recruiter, because obviously they wasn't getting the job done out there in Texas Tech. So, in my opinion, you keep the recruiter from this team, because everybody we looked at, you saw nothing but 4 stars
yeah, when they broke, gonna fix it.
at all, right? So we'll see how that goes right there, man. And then the next team, so Ole Miss in 2025, they hired Coach Foe, right? Dan Lanning took his ass to LSU and became the offensive coordinator over there, but they hired Coach Foe. And Coach Foe didn't stay long, right? Ole Miss was not playing in SEC country. They got mad fast, right? And that was probably one of the fastest hire and fire jobs we saw. But a few years later, they bring him back in the coaching ranks, in UCF. The Knights out of Orlando, Florida, decide to go get Coach Foe and bring him in the fold, right? So what is UCF getting with Coach Foe?
Cause Foe, that's air raid with a sprinkle of the run game.
They throwing the ball though around the park.
Yeah, throwing the ball, they playing a lot of zone with a splashing man. Yeah, you got to get fun backyard football with Foe. So
Yeah, I like that, right? So their quarterback right now is Jimmy Bowles. All right, dual threat quarterback, redshirt junior out of Apoco, Florida, right? 3 star. But he's been on this roster for a while now, right? You look at the starting quarterback and what he's been able to do over his years of starting. Look, as a freshman, 2028, in 2028, 115.2 rating, 2,822 yards, 19 touchdowns, 17 picks. As a freshman, 54 percentage, you saw potential there, right? But that's not good enough
right,
to get it done. All right, then he goes to 2,831 the following year, 18 touchdowns, 13 picks, and 51%. So at this point, you starting to like, we got to go to the portal, or we're going to have to go find somebody out of high school rankings to give us better quarterback play, right? Right now, though, this guy turned it up.
he hit you with the
193.4
hold
QBA.
up.
Yep, you ain't getting rid of me. 21 touchdowns versus 4 interceptions. He has 77 completion percentage right now, averaging 301 yards a game right now. Jimmy Bull. And not for nothing, he has another year, and I don't think he's going to the league right now. He has a low draft grade right now. So I think he'll be back in the fold to be able to play for his new coach right now. Now, you know, and I know, as a coach, the one thing you want to do is get you a quarterback. You get your quarterback, you got a chance, right?
Exactly.
They got guys on the roster already. We're looking at Dale Iverson, right? His brother plays for North Carolina right now. He's another backfield creator, 6'2", 180 pounds. Look, out of the same spot. Popaka, how you say that? Apopka, Florida. Apopka, Florida.
Yeah,
They stand on that side of Jacksonville, Florida. So
Apoka.
yeah, so 90, now they got a guy that can,
Apopka. Okay.
yeah, Apopka, right? They got a guy that can run. Come on, man. You know what? Some quarterbacks with some really good speed in college this year. But 93 speed, 93 excel. You're looking at a guy with 4.5 speed, 93 throw power. As a redshirt freshman, shit, I think he's good enough to play right now.
Yeah, let's keep it real. That's where the game's going. That's where it's trending in the NFL as well. Like, if you gonna got a guy that can move and throw that ball, man, you kind of behind.
Now, all the
Um,
words I've been hearing is Bo Fayad. their third string quarterback right now is going to be moved to running back.
Okay.
All right, they on some developing thing right here with him. At 6'4", 196 pounds, they was asking, do he play receiver?
Man.
But like at running back, at 6'4", 196, they can get him right. Man.
Put a little weight on him. You got a Brandon Jacobs.
Yep, and a little bit of more speed. Don't let that 82 fool you. He had 92 speed right now, 98 excel. So he's very elusive. 90 agility right now. So I think this kid will be a great running back. But 6'4", 196, how do you use him in the backfield?
Goal line and short yardage situations to get you the extra yard, that extra fight.
I say the same thing, right? Because 6'4", 196, he got the size. But my thing is this. I think he's too athletic to be looked at as a like a goal line short yardage running back. I think he's a playmaker, right? I think this kid can line up and slot and play receiver for you with no problem. Like he could become a mismatch on any linebacker if they use him right.
So would you make him your Swiss Army knife?
Yep.
Instead of giving one spot of position, put him at your gadget and let him
Yep.
move?
At your gadget and let him move around and do some things.
Yeah. I like that.
I think the bounce house is becoming exciting again, right? When you think about it, 4-2 in the regular season right now, 2-1 in conference play. But they got players right now, right? Cordell Kopp was on record saying, we got us a coach that believe in the team. He a players coach, and we all are rallying around him to play for him. So you get to get a guy like Cordell Kopp who comes back next year. In my opinion, I think they get something there. They got Gerald Hussein, 92 overall. He got really good speed. They got the true freshman in James Reedy, solid speed. But then look at Randy Sylvan, man.
Man, Blazer.
This is why I was saying with Fayad, he could be a gadget player, because just take a look at what I just showed you right now. Look at Ryan. He's 6'1", 174 out of Neptune Beach, Florida. The kid is the 4'3", 4'2" guy right now, Rob. All he got to do is get used to college football. Like, if you really take a look at this running back room, they got 2 freshmen that'll be back next year as long as they don't hit the portal on their ass, and they coming back to do damage. Like, this is going to be this could be one of the best running back rooms in the Big 12. All of them could come back. Man.
I'll make a strong argument that this might be.
Man, because look, what I'm thinking is this: like, you gotta, like, as a new coach, the first thing you want to do is identify what players that will fit your scheme offensively and defensively, and then the second thing is to retain those players, right?
Right.
And then start the recruiting process, right? So I think Coach Fro, if he takes those steps, I think he's gonna be good, right? Use that NIL money to keep these guys around, because they got a foundation offensively to build around right now, right? You got to think about it, Rob. They got 2 quarterbacks that can give them some years, right? You got a junior right now who'll be a senior next year that give you the upperclassman, and then you got the freshman Adele Iverson, again, whose brother plays for North Carolina right now on the #1 team in the nation. But Iverson will be your future quarterback that can give you another 2 to 3 years, right? And you can build around that, right? And then you got a strong 4 deep running back room. If they all come back, you got a fucking backfield now. Then you get to the wide receiver room, and you're looking at true freshman Trent Bradbury. Rob, you know, if you go to Georgia, Texas, Florida, you get those type of talent out of them high school programs, you know you're going to come with some speed. And their top 2 receivers are freshmen and sophomores, and they are burners. George Feeney and Trent Bradbury. How do you feel about these guys?
Oh, man. Well, Bradbury, that's Mr. Hype. Go get it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Right now, what he got? 17 receptions,
277. He averaged 16 yards a pop, 3 touchdowns right now. As a true freshman, though, I'm not mad at that.
Heck no.
I'm not mad at that. And then Feeney in his sophomore year right now, stat-wise, this is a 2-star athlete, bro, that turned into something right now. 16 catches for 228.
Same path, 14.3.
Yep.
Like we had described, backyard football, eat like nothing red.
Yes, sir. And then they go to Manola, Florida, and they get 6'4", 196 physical route runner and Marcel Pullard, right? And then they got Keenan Gibbs, Gritty receiver, 6'2", 205 out of Bradenton, Florida. He went to IMG Academy.
He got a receiver for every situation, man.
Yes, sir. And then you're looking at another speedster in Najee Beckham, true freshman. Like, they got a guy, little 5'8", little scat guy, but he can do their jet sweeps and all that type of football. They can get freaky with it. I'm not mad at it at all. Nick, what's wrong, Mom?
My God.
What? I can't hear you. You're not talking to me. In your bedroom?
In my room.
Well, what's wrong with it? Rob, hold the show down for a second. Just give me a second, bro.
Yes, sir. Oh, man. Well, how y'all guys' day going? I'm sleepy as shit.
Fo got a solid young tea room. Pause.
Bo got a solid team, period, right now. That's what it's looking like. He gonna take that 2-star and build it something special, man. Nothing but speed, and it fits his play style. He ain't giving no control. What I said, any pause. Oh shit. I know I'm an old head, man. I don't be remembering to say pause, man.
All right, my bad, Robbie. Thanks, man.
You good, man?
You know, Mom Deuce, she starting to sundown and shit, and anybody that dealing with family member with dementia, sundown, and they get confused. So she's confused right now. She think the TV is real life people talking to her.
Okay.
So she's a little scared to be in the room. So, but we back though. You got a vertical threat at tight end. Obviously, this kid was a tweener, right? Could play receiver or absolutely play tight end for him. They moved him to tight end. Now, you know me. I know he got to get in the weight room. 6'2", 215. You're going to have to get in the weight room, especially if they're going to be running the ball, 12 personnel, shit like that. In my opinion, your tight end is only as good as your left tackles. You know what I'm saying? Right. Or your right tackles. Because if they can't block, you ain't getting the edge, especially when you're running the strong side. But when you coming out 5 wide, 4 wide receiver sets with a tight end on the field, it's that type of situation, you got a guy that can stretch the field. Not just the field, the middle of the field. Like, he's a route runner, right? Really good catching traffic, all that's high. And he's a redshirt sophomore. So this guy got potential to really be something special for them. And then you start looking at Doug Spears, another guy that's 6'2", 230, 223, who's another vertical threat. And he has solid speed. So to me, their top 2 tight ends is solid. The question is, where's the blockers at, right? Like,
yeah, cause the same thing. Yeah, you're looking just to pass, and you're not really thinking about what you need to really compete. If that makes sense, like
they're gonna have to scheme it up.
If it's just down, you gotta scheme up, but you're scheming up passing. You're not really when you need to run that clock down, you need to kill time. Like, how are you doing that? Who's gonna be that guy you plug in to give you that edge or spring you on that block? Like, do you have that in that room?
Like, and you're gonna and game management is going to be situations, right? Like, you're going to have to be able to play physical football. You're not going to be able to finesse your way to death, right? And right now, these two tight ends are finesse tight ends. To me, they receivers that just got good size.
Right.
So we'll see how that goes along with what they got going on right now. And then you're not just looking at this year, right? Like, this. Anytime a new coach take a program off, they get grace period, and I think this season is a grace period season for them. But I do like what I see on the O-line at tackle, especially at left tackle. They got a redshirt freshman who's 6'7", and they got a redshirt and a true freshman that's 6'5". And both of these guys, I wouldn't be surprised if they both playing right now. But this is your future right here. Neither one of these guys can leave to the draft. You just got to remember, the name of the game for UCF and Coach Foe is roster retention. Spend that NIL money. They got $20 million in NIL. They got to spend that on their current roster. Would you agree? I don't think they got to go crazy in high school recruiting right now. They got to retain what they got right now because he need a foundation to build around, right? And you're looking at your top 3 linemen that I just shown are all freshmen. Dante Loud, true freshman, Rob. At left guard. When you go to the center position, they got a veteran, Trey Orr, but then look, Roki is right behind him, a true freshman. And at right guard, you got a junior that's a dog, and then you got a sophomore behind him with 2 other sophomores behind him. So they young up front completely. And right tackle. And look, I'm not mad at the right tackle room because, Steve gonna have to develop, but you got 2 left tackles that can play right now.
Yeah, I like it.
As we go through that defense side, redshirt junior at Karpatis, Khalil. You're looking at senior. They got a lot of upperclassmen at edge rusher, so they got to get some help there. But then they got 2 true freshmen at D tackle, Willie Johnson and Rob Cleveland. The future bright at this D tackle room, 6'4", 303. And 6'1", 301. So they got solid talent here. They young up front, but solid talent. You're looking at linebackers, a redshirt junior. You gave Grandmama hers?
Yeah.
Here, take her this soda right there from me. Yep. And then when I'm done my show, I'll come holler at you. So Rob, I kind of like their linebacker room a little bit. They got a junior. They're gonna have to get some. Like right now, they got roster fillers outside of their ones, right? You know, and I know you got to be at least be able to go 2 deep. And right now, they showing us they got good ones and guys that are roster fillers when it comes down to the backups and the third strings. And at right outside linebacker, they got a whole bunch of guys over here, but nobody's that guy yet.
Yeah.
So they need work there. When you look at the corners, they got 2 upperclassmen starting, but then they do have a redshirt freshman in Gideon Alubi. Really good speed. They're gonna have to get a little better at corner as well. And then at the seniors up front, Esteban Cantrell, a redshirt senior, and then Max Woods is a redshirt junior. And then their freshman is a roster filler right now. So this is where they're going to need their help at.
Yeah,
where they got Byron Aikman.
All defense.
So you know what you got to do, right? Like you got to, offensively, you just got to roster retain. But defensive, you got to portal in the high school rankings to go get some guys.
Right. And Foe's going to build that offense to his liking. They're going to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the defense, you got to focus on just purely defense, edge.
And if I'm the defensive coordinator of this team, I'm in my head coach's ear the entire time. Look, man, your offense you got guys, right? You just got to get to know them better, and they got to understand our system and our culture. But I need help over here. So that $20 million, at least $10 million of that got to get used on defense. Me personally, if after you retain the players you need to keep, the rest of that shit got to go to defense.
Yeah, $15 million out of that 20.
Yep. Send that shit right to the defense. You're going to have a whole bunch of 400,000. Like your top players got to be like 400,000 guys. And you got to hope that's enough to keep them around. right? Because if they dogs, they'll go to the portal in Alabama and give them $1 million.
In a hurry. in a fucking hurry.
Fast as hell. So good luck with that. But all right, so they two new coaches now. Our third coach we're gonna talk about that's on the new team right now isn't a coach that ain't been familiar, right? Your story a little different, Rob. You had the Louisville Cardinals football team, and you done really well with them. Didn't you make the playoffs your last 2 seasons with them?
Yeah, well, not no, I missed the last season, but the 2 seasons before that.
Okay, so you had two playoff runs with Louisville, right?
Yeah.
Now, what's cool about you watching you go from Louisville to Houston? Uh, First of all, talk to me about how hard it was to leave Louisville, and what was the deciding factor that made you take the Houston job?
Man, it was real hard. I grew accustomed to that team. I was attached. Them was my guys.
Hmm.
But I had to be real with myself and like, look, listen, for what I'm competing against as far as like the ACC is concerned, the recruiting wasn't looking how I needed to look.
Right.
Um, and Houston just had a better offer. Like they made an offer I couldn't refuse. I was able to bring my guys with me, and my guys we just rolled. But it was definitely hard, man.
And to be honest with you, that was the most attractive part to it to me. For me, that was it, right? Because what ended up happening is you was able to bring guys with you. So let's talk about the first guy you brought with you, and that's Zaire Ismaili. How big of a get that was, right? You got yourself a sophomore that comes in the building right now, and I can give you a couple of years to really build this thing up. So let's talk about that first, man. Bringing him over, how important that was, and how easy or hard was it to convince him to leave Louisville to follow his coach?
That was easy, man. He came for me in the first place.
Got you.
We had a vision where, my background. I'm real big on Lamar, man. We was trying to
Hmm.
recreate the Lamar experience, and we just decided, yeah, we can still keep that dream alive. It just ain't gonna be at Louisville. So
Got you.
I told him like, you my guy, as long as I'm your guy, man, just roll with me. Like, and him and a few other guys, they took my words, born. And here we are, sitting pretty. I might add 6-0. So
Listen, Ismaili told the Houston Press, he told the Houston Chronicles that I'm from Pittsburgh. My coach is from Pittsburgh. I followed him to Louisville. I'm following him to Houston. He said, I feel like this is the coach that'll get me to where I really want to get to, which is the NFL. But before I get there, we got things to do. What are those things to do? What is he talking about when he mean we got things to do before I get there?
man, one, we gotta really get in the playoffs and really compete.
Got you.
Compete, man. We want to win, man. Like, championships kind of rich right now, being that's really my official first year, but we got 2 years to go. And is he gonna stay with me through a senior year? We'll see. But right now,
As
I look
loyal
at
as
it
he's
as like
been, I think he ain't going nowhere.
you know what I'm saying? So,
But Rob, let's look at the stats of the seasons he did play, because he took over for a really good quarterback in Cherry.
mhm.
And you told me he was ready to play when Cherry was at his peak, right? So as
Exactly.
a freshman, he got to play during that season. Cherry was still there, and he had 1,200 yards, 9 touchdowns, 9 picks. But then in 2029, he followed it up with 3,736 yards, 37 touchdowns, 15 picks, 73 completion percentage. Is that when you knew he was the guy?
That's when I let him off the reins. That first year, he had to split time with Cherry. He got in spot duty. But that second year, I'm like, look, man, go do your thing, bro. Like, and he did it. I never felt like he wasn't the guy. That was my whole reason to go get him. Like, I've been watching this guy in high school. Like, I paid close attention, so I knew he had what it took to really compete at this level. It was just about when did I want to let him off that leash.
Right. Now, Raphael Fair, we know he will be at running back uh, for his redshirt sophomore year. But let me talk to me about why y'all kept him in the quarterback room. Did you feel like he was the next best quarterback for you for right now, just in case injuries or anything like that happen? Is that why you kept him in the quarterback room before moving into full-time running back? Or you just felt like maybe he might be that guy for us, like at quarterback, and just see what happens, right?
So
Because,
it's a combination of like seeing what I could build out of him, like seeing if he could take some Ishmaeli's mentorship and guidance and grow into something special. Um, Also, injuries is bound to happen. So you want a guy that could plug and play where your system can stay your system. And as you can see, the two guys behind them, they're not really moving like Ismaili is or up to par, per se. So I just wanted a guy that could to back up Ismaili that I could just like plug and play, and he was just him. So we're gonna see.
Or that running back room solid right now. Paris Melvin Jr., Major Abrams, and Derek Rashid all came through being on his roster and developing, right? A junior, a senior, and a freshman right now. Like, I can see Fair moving a running back, but I don't think you need him right now. Talk to me about this running back room, Rob, and what it brings to the table.
3 different guys. We got Melvin, nice little shifty guy. He'll get you left and right in a hurry. He ain't really a bruiser type. That's why I got Abram. Solid following him who can go get them short yardage situations. And I got the young freshman building behind him. He's getting some touches, getting him familiar with the game and letting them get accustomed to what it's like to play at this level with this kind of speed. But he's in spot duty for the most part. The real 2 guys is Melvin and Abram right now. So
1-2 punches, right? You got an East-West playmaker and a North-South bruiser. Let's get it. All right, Rob, you did bring it. You brought Khalil Teller with you.
My guy.
You brought Russ Cantwell with you.
Yes, sir.
You brought Javian Robinson with you.
Yes, sir.
My guy.
Pittsburgh ties.
All my Pittsburgh ties, right? But Rob, we know who they are and what they was doing for you at Louisville. But you inherited Hog Shooter, Jaquise Martin, Jaden Warren, and Javion Martin. True freshman Lee Harper. And then you got some guys that'll be at the tight end position when I show them again where they at. Here we go. And Javion Martin, who will be playing tight end next year as a redshirt sophomore.
Yes, sir.
Not only did Ismaili come over, you brought 3 dogs at the receiver position to come over from Louisville as well. Why was that important to keep those guys together?
One is the Pittsburgh ties. I'm the one that went inside in them living rooms, and I talk to their parents and let them parents know that they're safe with me. Like, these are my guys. I'm gonna make sure, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna get them to where we need to get them to. Me and Khalil and JV, in particular, they wanted to finish how they started, man. Like, they said, we going to the league, we going behind you. We're going to give you a name type deal. And I can respect that because, I was a first-time coach coming into Louisville, so it was one of those little things where you can't do nothing but respect the loyalty that they showed. So.
Now, you talked about on your podcast that they do every Thursday for the head coach in Houston on the Houston Chronicles Network. You talked about inheriting Hog Shooter and really got a guy that's a shooter. And you got guys that are role players, guys that are playmakers, and then you got those shooters, right? And no pun intended, Hog Shooter. Tell me, the 6'4", 193 speedster. What did he give you more than you was expecting when you took this roster over?
Oh man, he was a breath of fresh air, honestly. He was the guy that made Khalil Taylor's job a lot better. Now, with Khalil Taylor at Louisville, he was mainly slot guy.
Right.
He was my gadget. Now you got Hog Shooter who could be that gadget guy. So now Khalil can go on outside and just go yard on you. Or I could bring Khalil back in the slot and Hog Shooter going outside, and you got to pick your poison. And I hope you got your cornerback matchups ready because I'm moving them all around, and like he makes that easy. He basically, man, he fits right in with JV on the Khalil. So
but you got a 6'4" guy that has outside talent but can play slot.
I want to say he's my second receiver right now, second leading receiver, honestly.
I can see it. Now y'all had a dog in Louisville at tight end. That was part of the Fab Five. Um, Tell me about this tight end room. Two true freshmen, Dante Clay Brooks and Jeremiah Stokely. Tell me what type of guys they are and what they bring to the table. Because when I look at this room, I'm looking at vertical threats. I'm looking at finesse. I'm looking at guys that can stretch the field and do some things at the receiver position. But talk about how they help you overall as just a football team offensively with these two type of tight ends.
Oh man, if I need to play like them short hands, Claybrook's that guy. Like, um, he's one of them guys. You know, my quarterback is Melly. Like, it's kind of like a Lamar Andrews type
Like it.
connection before. You know,
You can go a little
um,
farther and say the other tight end for the Ravens too. Both of them
even
motherfuckers.
Isaiah Likely. Like, yeah,
Exactly.
like when I
With
say
Stokely.
when you gotta have it, you need them 2-3 yards. These are your guys, man. Like, not only that, let's talk about their run game. Their run blocking is impeccable. Them guys are gonna get you them yards. They're not letting people shed easily. Um, they're just all around good players, man. Like,
Yeah, I think like when you look at your offense, when you look at the skill guys on offense right now, it's a perfect situation to be in. And then you're in Houston. That's the other part, right? Um, when you over there on the east of Texas, being able to recruit there, it's a game changer for you, right? Um,
yeah.
you're in the same boat. You know, new coach got to be roster retention. But how quickly did you realize that this is the team? Even though a lot of these players aren't your recruits, but like, how do you feel about them? And when it comes down to fitting your culture,
Man, they're part of the reason I took this job. Like, yeah, I had my guys come with me, but I also seen the core of this particular roster and it was very attractive. So, um, yeah, like, the rest is history.
they
Like,
not lacking money when it comes down to NIL either. Another program that got 28 to 30 million in NIL incentives. And then you had a big time booster step up for y'all. Unlikely booster too, because we're not talking about a guy that stepped up for y'all on some. I'm part of this program. I played at this program. You had a guy that played for the basketball team, not the college basketball team. We're talking about the Houston Rockets.
mm,
Step up and help out when it comes down to NIL, and that's Olajuwon. How did y'all get that to happen?
I mean, you got a guy who takes Houston sports seriously, man. He live and bleed Houston. He understood my vision. He seen the talent. He seen the guys who were representing this program, and it was a no brainer for him, you know.
Olajuwon and Clyde Drexler both got kids that are in high school right now. One is a junior, one is a senior, and they do not play basketball. They do play basketball, but they're going to be recruited all over the country to play football. Is there a connection there?
Keeping it under wraps, but I think there is.
I know that's why I brought it up because I didn't. I know you didn't want to talk about that, but I brought it up because I'm not doing my job as a reporter if I don't bring it up. And we know both of those kids are playing in Houston right now. One plays for North Crowley, and the other one plays for Duncanville. Two powerhouse high school programs in the state of Texas. How do you hide that, and how do you keep them from going anywhere but Houston? Is that the reason why their fathers infused y'all with NIL like that?
Yes, sir. That's man.
Is that high school tampering?
Mm, I can't speculate on that.
Anytime
I,
Elijah wants to start talking about the Cougars need to build their offense and defensive lines, I think they'll be fine everywhere else. If he talking like that, that means he know that his 6'6" son, who plays wide receiver and defensive end right now for North Crowley, is on his way to Houston.
mm-hmm.
The question
And
is, what side of the ball is he going to play?
man,
6'6", 228. Is he an edge rusher for you or a wide receiver for you?
with the weight, he's more in the receiver class, but we can put some weight on him. He might be that edge rusher. Depending on how you scream, we might have to see. We'll see.
And Clyde Drexler's son played corner or safety, and he already spoke on Twitter. Like, all you gotta do is follow the blueprint, right? All you gotta do is follow the
Yeah.
breadcrumbs. He spoke on Twitter about Houston being his state, his home, his city, and they're gonna be state champions at the end of this year for Duncanville. So he looked like he coming there for sure. So I like it. So let's get back to if you doing what you got to do up front right now. How about Demetrius Dean II at left tackle as a redshirt sophomore? What attracted you to him and made him your starter coming in, knowing that he was already on his roster and he was in competition with a senior? What led to him winning the job?
I mean, obviously the size, the 6'7", 287, but more importantly, the mental. The kid's mindset, his mind frame, his way of thinking, his way of approaching the game. Everything about this kid is mature. Everything about this kid screams baller. Everything about this kid screams dog. So,
And my question is he does he like he's gonna have an NFL grade for sure, right? But does he put more weight on while he's still in college, or he wait till the NFL to get to that? Because right now, I think him being as fast as he is and agile as he is, it comes down to him being muscular, but 6'7", 287. Like, do we got to get up to 300 pounds to be a legit left tackle in the NFL?
to compete on NFL level, yeah, for sure, he got to touch that 300 minimum. Um, right now, right now it works out good for
Yeah,
where we
because y'all
playing at.
hired
So
Chip Kelly as your offensive coordinator, and we know Chip Kelly don't like 330-pound, 340-pound linemen. He wants those agile linemen that can move around to better run that offense that y'all run over there. So he fits exactly
exactly.
what y'all trying to do there, but how does it work in the NFL? And that's where he's trying to go, Demetrius Dean II. I like him, though. Then you look at your left guard, 93 overall as a true sophomore, and Aaron Warford. Strong grip, second level, inside shield and ground and pound, man. This kid 6'4", 300 pounds raw strength, right? Really good strength, 98. They say he is the strongest player on y'all football team. As a true sophomore right out of Houston, Texas. Kept him home and got him on the field starting right now. Talk to me.
What can I say about this guy, man? Another gritty guy that's gonna get up in the trenches with you. He's gonna spring blockers. Um, this whole line, like you said, he's homebred. So if we could always keep them guys back in the guys in our backyard at home, that's always a win.
Always a win, keeping the guy home.
Exactly.
Kamari Blair, a true junior. Another one of them strong ass athletic guys, right? 80 speed, 85 excel, right? You're looking at a guy with 99 strength, 95 to cross the board when it comes down to blocking right now. And I have a center in the middle like that's that athletic, that strong. Not only that, he is helping between, and it's funny because your quarterback came from your system already, right?
Right.
But y'all trust him to make offensive line calls and type of calls like that, and he hasn't been in this system for a full year yet. How is that? Does that talk? 4.0 grade point average and all that, but how much that talks the books, the smarts? How much is that playing a part on why he is such a good player for you and why he's you guys give him rope to be able to make line adjustments and calls?
And that speaks a ton. Like first of all, the system's complex as it is, but
Mm-hmm.
you give a guy that kind of range and his, like I said, this kid's mental, his IQ for the game, his knowledge for the game, his love for the game, allows him to adapt, and he picked up the system quite easily to the point where he might see something Ismaili doesn't see, and Ismaili trusts him. He you know, it's kind of like a little 1-2 little chemistry build, little situation between the center and the quarterback that you don't get in a lot of places. And he's not just a center. I mean, he's a center now, but he's a guy that can move all around. Like, he's just one of them gifted talents. So,
That can play any position on the offensive line.
man, yeah, he can go anywhere. And
Is
like I said,
Melly?
he's calling out blitzes. He's calling out protections. He's letting Melly's made a slide to the left, and he might be like, nah, Melly, you going to the right. And Melly trusts him, like, all right, check. All right, cool, we out.
And Melly was
And
in an argument with him, and they talked about it during y'all press conference that they argue over film hours, right? Y'all log in, you log in hours every week for your players, and them two argue over it, right? They Melly sitting on 6 hours, and he like, well, I'm going to 7. So then Melly sits there and say, well, we're going to 8. And I think that not just that, right? All right, like that's in the film room, but then on the field after practice, on their own time, while he's throwing to the receivers to get more chemistry with guys, this kid is there hiking the ball for him the entire time. So like I think just that statement alone, right? That just tells you the want, right? The desire. And when you get guys that are acting like pros before they become pros, they're gonna be pros. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just hand in hand with it right now. So I like that little story and that little connection and shit. That's me doing my investigating, reporting as well. All right, redshirt sophomore Lonnie Clay. Again, up front, you might have one of the best offensive lines in the country right now, right? Like your starters are fucking dogs. Dean in 92, 93 at left guard, center 98, right guard at 98, and your right tackle at 94, redshirt sophomore, and that's Elton Wimper. 6'7", 308 pounds.
We young too.
Yes, sir.
We young. We got the junior, but you know what I'm saying? Like he's bringing them kids along, man. That's another role he played. Like look at these young guys we got on the outside, the guards, the tackles. He's that anchor at center, so you know.
A lot of responsibility, but when you got a guy that takes on that responsibility, is he a captain?
Yeah, definitely a captain.
I like it. All right, we get to the defensive side of the ball, and this is where I think, it ain't hard to hire defensive coordinators. Y'all brought Chip Kelly in, right? And talk to me about bringing Chip Kelly in and saying this. We want this Oregon Chip Kelly. That's who we brought him in to be, right? But then you already had your own style of play at Louisville. How do you fuse the two together, right? How do you get the old Oregon head coach and offensive coordinator and Chip Kelly, and then fuse it to what Louisville was when it came down to what they did offensively since 2025? How do you fuse that together, and how do you make that work?
Well, we ain't too far off of what Chip Kelly's system was. I mean, if anything, it's more so the tempo. Are we can hurry up a little bit more? Is it more so balance as far as like opposed to like passing all the time? I get a little pass happy. So a guy like Chip Kelly, he'll bring you over, he'll love you out as far as like get the ball in your back's hands, let them go yard for a little bit, go yard, and get the defense committed up. And now you got a little tail on the outside that could take that top off, and there you go. He just got a history of like speed. That's Chip Kelly's thing. Like that's why I understand why he wants in the NFL. His thing is speed. If we can get you moving left to right, quick in a hurry, like we're gonna do that, and that's why it's a good fit. He like me and him, we bounce ideas off each other, and it's more so like a Shanahan connection. You heard him in Washington. So.
Yep. Got you. And I brought up that just to give everybody a view of what you do offensively as far as you and Chip Kelly. But then you was quoted on saying the hire that I made at defensive coordinator, I needed a guy that I didn't have to check over or oversee or overlook. I know he's going to do everything he needs to do, game plan, scheme, all that's going to be legit for us to be able to be successful on Saturdays. So for you guys to go out there and like you didn't bring your defensive coordinator from Louisville, right? You brought in a guy, right? But you didn't keep the guy from Houston. But you brought your own guy in. You want to shed light on who that is, or you want me to reveal it?
You can reveal it. Go do your thing.
All right. So you go and get the guy that blitzed more than anybody in the NFL when he was a Baltimore Raven and a New York Giant. Your defensive coordinator is?
You tell him.
Nope, you should know. God, what's wrong, Mom? Yeah, he been 8.
It's on the tip of my fucking tongue. I ain't even tripping.
this nigga on this check when he on my shit. I'm checking my 8.1.
Wingman Low.
There you go. I was waiting for somebody else to say it too, though, Rob.
What do you say?
He go wink man.
That wink man.
Yep. Baltimore Ravens defensive coordinator that blitzed fucking like 95% of the time, and then he went to the Giants and Dayball ended up firing him and shit. Is it Wink? What's his name again? Wink Mandel.
Nah, Wink Martindale.
Wink Martindale. All right, so talk to me. He got NFL experience and he went to Michigan not too long ago. Why did you bring him in? And is that y'all plan to blitz the life out of people, or you got him settled down and really like kind of tune it up for college?
We remember Wink for the blitzing, but Wink's, man, he's just a great defensive man, period. He did get a little blitz happy in the NFL. So he had to tell him, like, temper it down, man. But he's one of them guys, he could adjust to whatever the scheme need to be, so.
And then the fact of the matter is it because of his NFL pedigree that you gave him full range, where you're not overseeing the defense, he literally controls the defensive room?
Oh, yeah, no, it's pure trust with that. Like,
okay.
You know you need a defensive man. I never really, because Sack was a complete defensive man, guy as far as coach-wise, so it felt good to give the reins over to somebody who I know for a fact got a lot of experience in that department, and I can focus on like the head coaching duties and like, you know, my little part of my offense. But
you could be the CEO.
Yeah.
Creative. All right, so Sheldon Rice, a redshirt junior coming off the edge with really good speed, but you also got Cedric Dawsey as a redshirt freshman who could really be a starter for you at any moment. Coming off the edge, has a great speed rusher right now. On the right side of the ball, you got y'all young over here, man. Redshirt junior Chance Bryant. All right, and you got some young guys in development right now. And you look at your two D tackles, you got a junior and a freshman starting at D tackle, and then you got a junior behind that, junior and freshman, all with 90 grades or above right now. Are you comfortable with this D tackle room? Knowing, you got different type of archetypes, right? Speed rusher, you got a power rusher, and you got a gap specialist, all of them with 90 above grades. Talk to me about what they brought to the table. And Colorado's Alistair Vallejo, who transferred into you guys a couple seasons ago, is over here as well, giving y'all 4 D tackles that y'all can trust. Now, when you talk about linebacker room right now, Julius Stonehouse solid as a lurker, but it looks like y'all definitely want to get some work done in this offseason when it comes down to your Sam linebackers. You look at your Mikes, you got 2 guys, a redshirt sophomore and a freshman right now, dogs. Both got good speed, both can go side to sideline and make plays for you. You got a signal caller and a thumper, Tristan Jackson, and then you got Nolan Cheek. 2 dogs as the Mike linebackers right now, man. How important it is to have these type of guys at linebacker who are like quarterbacks for the defense?
That's massively important. One thing a defense always need is the trench play, man. You need them D linemen that hog up them O linemen, and you need them linebackers to plug them gaps and stuff that run, and get back in coverage. And you got guys that could do both. Like, I liken it to like the Roquan Queen connection when they were together in Baltimore. You have one guy who can go east or west, sideline to sideline, and run you down. You got another guy who can see the defense and get the defense in order and put everybody where they need to be. Like, so it's like a complementary play, shall I say?
Where they both complement each other.
Yeah, complementary. Yeah, that's
Yeah, so I like when you got this the thing that I like more than all of it. You're looking at 2 guys that will be back in this room next year, and they will have another year experience together, right? That's the more important part to me. With Jackson and Cheek both coming back, right? You got guys that you can literally build around right now. They're giving you great play right now. Having your team 16th in the nation, 6-0, 3-0 in conference play right now. And these 2 guys lead the room, the front seven right now. So I like what you got there. And your will linebacker, you do got a veteran there in Lee King. And you do need some again on the outside. You're gonna get some guys eventually, bring them in the building. But at corner, you brought 3 guys over with you: Timmons, Gleason Jr., and Edmonds. How important was that? You did the same thing in your receiver room where you brought 3 guys over with you, but you also brought 3 corners to come with you as well. How important was that to bring? And they all got Pittsburgh ties, so how important was that?
Yeah, I had to bring all my guys with me. I went and like I said, I went to sit in all their living rooms. I looked all their parents in the eyes and let them know their kids was gonna be good with me. Like, so it's only right. Like a lot of coaches, they'll go sit in the living room with you, tell you this and tell you that, feed you a bunch of dreams, and get a new job and dip on you. Like, I couldn't be that guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nah, my
And
guys.
most of them tell lies, right? They tell kids whatever the fuck they want to hear until they get there. Then they don't give a fuck about them. If they not making plays, they don't care.
Look, product Lane Kiffin this year. Let's just speak on it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Got Ole Miss committed. They all dedicated, and now you dipping to LSU. Like, what we doing here? Like, I couldn't. Sometimes, man, your morality gotta show up, man. I know the money be good. I know the opportunities be good, but if you send these guys living rooms and you shake their parents' hands, you shake their hands, and you get them the band, man, you owe them some kind of loyalty. I mean, that's how it feels. So.
My thing is this: if
That's
Wink
me.
want to line up and send it, he can do that with these type of corners, right? Jay is a redshirt sophomore. Gleason is a redshirt sophomore. Now, Taylor Edmonds is a senior, but then you bought Kenzie West, who's a redshirt sophomore, and then y'all got Zach Petty, who came in through the high school rankings, who's a star right now. Y'all got enough corners that'll be back. You're only losing one as far as draft grade wise. You're only going to lose one. Tell me how important it is to have corners that you trust to be able to line up man to man and take their guys away.
That's godly important. Like, I want to be the guy, like, not necessarily playing the Winks pedigree as far as blitzing, but you just want guys who could, at any given moment, you can go man, and you could just, like, tee off on the quarterback, and you don't got to worry about the defensive backfield. You got guys strapping stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I think that's every coach's fucking dream, where you can have a guy just go press man, man for man, mano y mano. Like,
But you said the key word, a guy. You got guys. Your top 4 corners got 90 man across the board.
Yes, sir.
Rob, looking at this football team, the culture, and getting kids to gel together, is this team good enough right now to challenge for the Big 12?
We're definitely good enough to make noise. We're definitely good enough to, if you know what I'm saying, like, we want respect. So, if you come in any game thinking that you're just going to play with us, then yeah, you got a rude awakening coming. So,
Roman Thompson, from where?
Pittsburgh, Central Catholic to be exact.
Gabe Jenkins, from where?
Pittsburgh, Imani to be exact. Let's talk to him.
Asefa Battle stayed, and then Khalib Atwell stayed. Both of them sophomores, right? Now, let's go back to these safeties. Roman is 6'3", 226, and Gabe is 6'1", 197, hybrid and a box specialist. I'm assuming, even though they retain guys in Asefa Battle, right? But I'm assuming box specialist and Roman Thompson is playing a lot more strong safety than we think.
Sure is.
Like, he said his favorite player was Sean Teller, and you said, Wink said he reminds him of Sean Teller. And not because he's 6'3", 226. It's the way he move all around and do what he got to do, right? The guy is fast. He can cover man to man. Like, how important is it to have safeties that can line up and go cover zero and play man? This is all I'm trying to say. You inherited a defense and you brought guys with you as well, but you inherited a defense that fits what your defensive coordinator want to do, and they can absolutely do it.
That's his dream. That's Wing's dream. I halfway think he took the job because of that, being honest, but
he had to see it, and then when you told him who you was bringing with you, he had to see it all playing itself out, right? Like most coaches do. Most coaches see it before they do it. All right, Rob, do you feel like right now the Houston job was the best move you could have made as a head coach?
Oh, yeah. In hindsight, yeah. It was still hard leaving Louisville, but in hindsight, yeah, it was a no-brainer.
Now, since you've been in the Big 12, let's talk about it. What's the difference of ACC football and Big 12? Do you think Big 12 is more exciting or ACC was more exciting thus far? So far.
Well, I'm about to gear up and play you now. I mean, our game's always exciting.
We always play good games. Tune into the show, my nigga. I'm on the show right now.
What show? The podcast?
Yep.
You just turned it on, you said?
Yeah, well, I ain't just turning on. We in the middle of it.
You said 2 minutes into it.
No, I don't say no damn 2 minutes into it. Nigga, we've been on here for about an hour.
How long you been on there?
We got a little bit more topics to cover real fast.
You ain't even thinking about calling me, huh?
Right, I forgot to call you back. But you ain't even thinking about that. I just told you I'm on a podcast and you cussing me out for not calling you back. And I gotta call you back.
But you're not going to call me back.
No, I am gonna call you back. You got my, what the fuck? Why is that his mom strat on? Oh no, we not doing this. Why is that my picture on this show? Hold the fuck up. Hold up, I'm about to screenshot it and send it to you. All the way pause. Man, that shit pause and more pause. Hold the fuck up. Hold on. Cause you ain't gonna better get this. Hold on. Rob, look, go to the homecoming chat and look at the YouTube. All right.
Homecoming chat. Hey,
You see that shit? Is that his mom? Cause if it's a nigga, I wouldn't want no nigga behind me doing that shit and my photo shoot. Hell no. That gotta be his mom, bro.
Laughing, rolling on the
That gotta be his mom, bro. There's no way. Nah, it can't be no nigga. That gotta be his mom. Plus, he too skinny to be wearing 99. He don't play like that's his mom, bro. There's no way. And if that's his mom, why is she doing that type of shit behind you?
That shit deep.
That's the type of shit Circle Bob got going on over in Michigan? That's a player? Oh, hell no.
Hey, that might be on brand.
He in the league now? Oh, hell no.
Michael Sam.
Yeah, hell no. Yeah, nah, I had Michael Sam. I was just great. Say that he gonna call you there, Michael Sam ass nigga. Oh my god. Oh my god. Man, we gonna talk about matchups right now. Y'all go to Boulder tonight?
Yes, sir.
Man, Houston versus Colorado tonight. Two ranked teams in the top 25. It might be the game of the night, game of the week when we get on our down.
Bob got some shit going on in Flint.
Man, let's get to the matchups though, Rob. Let's talk about it right now. When you talk about ACC play, we're looking at Florida State, Georgia Tech. They played already. Florida State handed a beat down to Georgia Tech, 42-14. Man, you got to play both these teams before exiting to the left and shit to hit Houston right now. It's Florida State at number 4 right now, 7-0, 4-0 in conference play. Are they the truth? Are they really real? Did they hired the right coach? Because this coach got them hitting on all cylinders right now.
Man, you telling me 42? I'm saying the 14 points is a feat in itself. So
now they got blue chip Jaden O'Neal as a redshirt. As a true junior. He's been starting since his freshman year. He went off this game. Now he threw 4 picks though, Rob. Talk about that. 222 in the QBR, 394 passing, 5 touchdown passes, 4 interceptions. He was sacked twice. And he 56 completion percentage, 14 for 25. But he averaged 28.1 yards per play.
So is this a turnover fest? Because he threw 4. How many did Georgia Tech throw?
We got it. Georgia Tech threw 1 touchdown and only 2 interceptions, but he was sacked 7 times.
Damn, so that D-line was screaming. That was oh yeah.
Look, man, you got legacy name now. Jaden O'Neal is a blue chipper from out of Texas. He decided to take his time. He flipped from Oklahoma to Florida State, and he's been a guy ever since. But there's Charlie Ward Jr. as a redshirt freshman. As a true freshman, that's probably going redshirt. That's on this roster as well right now. He got the redshirt tag on him right now. That's a legacy player. Charlie Ward won the Heisman back in 1994, 93, I think it was. And he was one of the best quarterbacks to ever play for Florida State. Ended up going to the NBA and not the NFL. They was playing him out like he was an athlete before his time, right? It's the reason why Allen Iverson continued to play basketball, not football, right? Charlie Ward ended up being a solid point guard, New York Knicks. He had a nice basketball career, but back then, the Heisman candidate, the Heisman winner, and who threw the most yards in college football that year wasn't even being looked at as a quarterback, my nigga. Like nowadays, they saliva over that. Pause, no Diddy. Over that type of player now, but back then they was frowned upon, especially a black quarterback. His son follows it up, got his same jersey number, and he's going to be playing for Florida State in the near future. So it's safe to say Florida State is solid at the quarterback position with true junior O'Neal, who has an NFL grade right now. I don't think he's going nowhere. And I'm not mad at Charlie Ward. His son said his dad taught him morals, right? He's a legacy player, and he understands the wait it's time to play. So he's not rushing them to get him on the field at all. He wants to learn the offense completely in and out before he takes the take over the job. And I think O'Neal going to come back for his senior year. And in my opinion, that's not a bad situation to have because, you know, guys, if they not starting, they hit the portal. And I think Ward, as long as they can keep him, I don't see how he'll leave Florida State. But if they can keep him, they got a quarterback for the next 3 to 4 years.
Right. Saying pretty.
Now, are you concerned that he threw 4 interceptions and a 5 touchdown performance with Georgia Tech? Does that concern you in the future, or do you think because they beat them so bad, it doesn't even matter?
Me projecting, yeah, because if you're in the ACC with guys with the likes of Falk and the Clemson, you're not going to get away with that. Mm-hmm. 4 interceptions is a death threat. I mean, a death sentence for in the ACC. So, you escaped the day. You held sane to 14 points, and the 5 TDs is impressive, but the turnovers got to stop. At some point.
Because look at it, 17 first downs, 19 first downs, right? Now, the difference is 511 total offensive yards to 319. 319 ain't bad, right? 45 plays ran versus 78 plays ran. That's the difference. And you get a team that make you turn the ball over 4 times like that, and you only have 45 plays to their 78, they going to blow you the fuck out, right? Today, you were saved because your defensive line played really well. Your defense held you and got you out of them turnovers. That tells me that them 4 interceptions, no points was put up, right? Like they didn't hurt you. They just punted the ball early. That's all that was, right? Yeah. They couldn't get it done on the ground. Like they really shut Georgia Tech. 32 attempts, 66 yards rushing, 2.1 yards a carry, and that's why Georgia Tech lost this ball game because they run the ball extremely well. Now, if you sack 7 times. Right? If you get sacked 7 times, that hurts your rushing attempts, your rushing yards, right? But 2.1 yards per carry, right? And on the flip side of it, they had 20 carries for 117 yards and a touchdown, 5.8 on the ground. So they had 6 yards to carry running the football. Now, when you come down to completions, 14 for 25, 5 touchdowns, 26 for 46. I mean, he threw 20 incomplete passes today.
Everything about that game, he just was not having his way. Like, there was nothing he could do. Because even at the yards per play for the
Is this a bad day for Georgia Tech, or Florida State just schemed better, was prepared more, and brought it to them? Because, goddamn, they held them to 5.5 yards of pass play.
Florida State's trench play is crazy. That's all I can say. That's
yeah, it got to be something. Like that defensive front 7 got to be. If something happened, is it the scheme or the players just was better? Like that's the question you got to ask, right? Because I mean. 14-7, 14-0, 7-7 third quarter, and a 7-9 fourth quarter. Georgia Tech did not show up on their home turf. Florida State came in and said, "Don't forget who we are."
Home too?
Yeah. Florida State went on the road and did that shit, boy. And you're looking at Ward Dunn. Look, man, when you start getting them legacy players, it changes everything. He had 77 yards. This man averaged 13 yards a carry. He had 1 touchdown on the day, right? They got Clayton Fox, who carried the ball 8 times for 52 yards. So they were running the fuck out of the football. Not what I mean by running it out, not the carries, but when they got the ball, they was getting busy.
Right.
So they were pushing them around. They probably could have did more damage if they get they only had 14 carries and 15 carries in this game. Imagine if it was 30.
He probably had a lot of short field opportunities too.
Mm-hmm. And he gave the short field up as well, right? They threw 4 picks. Look, man. So you're dealing with Charlie Ward, whose son is on his team. Ward Dunn's son is on his team, and Peter Ward's son is on his team. And he went the fuck off today. 6 catches, 258 yards, 43 yards a pop, 3 touchdowns. He had 97 yards after contact, 16.2 yards after contact, 1 after contact.
I
His
watched
longest
the
play was
game.
78.
After the
No
first
drops, no
quarter,
nothing.
FSU took off.
Florida
Those
State
picks were let me see what I can do picks.
is going back to the 90s with it right now, bro. I mean, that's a hell of a to think about it. Jaden O'Neal right now, Charlie Ward up next. You got young Ward Dunn, who's a true freshman who has 77 yards in this ball game, and then you got young Peter Ward, who's a true sophomore right now that went the fuck off in this ball game. Anquan Bolden, Ant Bolden is there. You got Devin Carter. He's a legacy player as well, but he was recruited throughout the high school ranks. Shoguns brought him in. He's on his senior year right now. Devin Carter the second. If you follow college football, then you know he signed his letter of intent. He was about to go to Colorado as well, and he changed up when they got blown the fuck out their last home game. And you're looking at another senior, Cavus, right? Ward Dunn had 11 yards out of the backfield as well. And we know Ward Dunn, the old Ward Dunn, his father was a receiver out that backfield like crazy. When you look at the run game over here, 13 carries, 3 yards a pop, 14 for the quarterback position, 2 yards a pop. Now, we do know those sacks, 7 sacks is the reason why you got 28 yards. And that's still impressive for you to have 28 yards with 7 sacks. That means you was having a good day on the ground with your quarterback, but it got killed from the sack yards. Now, at the receiver, Maggio, 7 catches, 85 yards, 4 catches from McCracken, 84 yards. And then Marquise Gibbs out the backfield had 5 catches for 40 yards. And then you're looking at Vince Sam, the true freshman receiver, blue chipper, who had 6 catches, 26 yards. I mean, they just kept everything in front of them.
Legit. And like real close in front of them.
Yeah, right. Like we ain't giving up none of that shit. Look, man. How about Tyrese Littlejohn, the will linebacker, signal caller, has 16 fucking tackles in this game, 3 tackles for loss.
Oh my God.
Demetrius Cowhill at corner, 9 tackles in this game. You're looking at junior Mike linebacker Sharif Wally, 9 tackles in this game. How about Zach Land? Land that used to play for FMU.
3 sacks.
Yep. Isaiah Land. His younger brother Zach Land had 3 sacks on the day, 4 tackles for loss. You're looking at Eric Simonson, who also from the strong safety position had 8 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 2 interceptions, and a sack.
That's scheme.
That's the scheme, right?
Yeah, that's scheme.
3 sacks from Land. Torrey had a sack and a half. Simon's son had a sack. You had Rourke with a sack and a half a sack from Ty Rashid. And then in the interception department, they threw 2, and that was Eric Simonson. So Florida State showing off right now. They number 4 in the nation right now, man. Is it time to start to believe this Florida State Seminole team is back?
And number 4, you ain't got no choice to give them the credit. So it's proven otherwise right now. That defense is a little scary.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And that offense can compete with anybody.
And week one, they took care of Tennessee in a dogfight. They beat them by a couple of points week 1. And so it's not like they just playing nobodies, right? Like we go back to week 1 and look at what they did, right? Week 1 against Tennessee, they won that game 56-53, winning it by 3 points, right? But they showed that they could score with anybody, right? You score, I can score. You go to week 2, and then you follow Florida State for week 2. If they even played, they might have had Notre Dame. This is a huge game, 38-31. So they showing they can play the close games too, right? And they pulling them out on the road, right? So they went to Notre Dame and won that ball game, right? They were in Florida State with the Tennessee game in week 3. And you follow where the hell Florida State at in week 3. They go on the road and beat Baylor 63-14. Baylor had a hell of a year last year. They got dog walked in this game. Right now they 3-4. 3-1 in conference play though. All right, then week 4, you still following Florida State. The Seminoles, they go to Miami and get the win 35-29. They high right now. Then you go week 5, look like they might have played a computer game in Cal, beat the shit out of them 83-0. How you supposed to do it, right? Look like they had a bye week, week 6. I don't see them on the schedule right now. Week 7, they come right back. There's no way they had back-to-back bye weeks. I'm missing something.
Wow, 2 back-to-back.
Yeah, they had back-to-backies. All right, back to backies, and they come back week 8, and they take care of Duke 63-17. Beat down, right? Look, while they beat Duke, the shit out of Duke 63-17, and they didn't play it. That was this is how good that team is, because that was a sim, a 50-50 sim, and they beat them 63-17. All right, but look, while they were doing that, Georgia Tech was giving North Carolina a fucking run for their money. Winning that game, they lost that game by 14, 49-35.
That's what I'm saying. That's what make that shit so impressive. Like, holding saying the 14 points in general is just impressive.
Yeah, because it's the same team that beat Alabama or beat Alabama a couple seasons ago, right? And been playing with close games with big time teams, and they go out there and they 42-14 them right now. So that was a big time win. Duke got Virginia Tech later on tonight. What you got Duke winning that game by?
I'll give them a calm 14-point win.
Yeah, I think they covered the spread. I think they beat them by 17 or more. Without their head coach, Louisville is 4-3 on the year. Clemson played Stanford at Clemson, Death Valley, and they beat the shit out of them 84-17. Syracuse is ranked right now. They in a rival game against Boston College, and that's the ACC week 9. Let's get to the Big 12 right now. Arizona State versus UCF right now. Does Foe even play this game?
Don't need to play this game. I don't know.
Yeah, because he came back talking about he gonna be active and all this and that. He ain't even been playing his games. But both his losses is 50-50s. Because because you're supposed to get the first win, right? But do you see if they do line up and play? Do you see Arizona State in the bounce house having trouble in the bounce house, or do you think it's a trap game? How do you feel about this?
One thing about Brandon, he's pretty. I think he understands this game in and out. So
yeah, yep. And he got it's so many things. Like I would say this about him. They got their culture built. They got their situation right. Doesn't matter who comes in and plays for them. Those guys fit right in and they run the scheme to the T. And what makes them so good offensively is that they can adapt and adjust to anything you got going on. Anything you give them, they find a way to get out of it. And they do a good job of being clutch when they need to be clutch. And I think because of that, they are, to me, one of the best coach teams in the league right now. I don't see this game being close, even if they play it. I think Arizona State win it by 17 or more.
Yeah, I don't think they're ready for that.
All right, you got TCU.
I think they didn't play no user games either.
Yeah. TCU handed it to Arizona, giving them their third loss of the season, 70-20. They beat them in the desert. All right, let's get to the Big Ten. You're looking at Michigan State going to play Maryland right now, 4-2 versus 5-2. This is a big game, right? It's in College Park, but Michigan State got to go on the road and handle this game. Penn State is 2-5 right now. Their program been in a flutter for a while. Coach Hillbergers can't get them out of it. Oregon at Michigan right now. How you got this game going?
Michigan by the routing.
I think Oregon wins this ball game. I don't think Michigan win it at all. I like Oregon in this game, right? They 3-3 right now, 1-2 in conference play, which is tough. But Oregon roster fucking ridiculous. Michigan, they 1 deep. They can't go past their 2s up in their 1s. Their 2s ain't as strong as Oregon's 2s or 3s. I like Oregon in this game.
His scheme is so brief.
Yeah, you got the RPO game, right? A lot of short, quick passing game and all that. You got big Cam Newton type quarterbacks. I do think that. I will agree with you. If Coach Seahound play this football game, I do think he can out scheme Oregon offensively and defensively, being the offensive coordinator he is in real life, right? But I just think Oregon team is too good for him. I don't think Michigan team is good enough to beat Oregon right now.
I see what you're trying to get. Yeah, okay, cool. My thing with him is like he got an RPO game, but he don't never push the ball. He don't threaten it.
He don't have no downfield threat, right?
Yeah, when you don't threaten it, I know I could play within the 5 yards of the offensive line because you ain't gonna do them with the RPOs. Guess what? I'm over all that.
Sort of like the Cleveland Browns was with Dylan Gabriel at quarterback.
Exactly. We bring everybody the fuck up. And yeah, all right, back.
And no pun intended that Dylan Gabriel played for Oregon. We talking about Oregon not pushing the ball downfield.
Hey,
crazy
coincidence.
That's crazy work. Oh God, crazy work. Ain't that fun? No pun intended. Right now. Mm-mm-mm. All
Yeah,
right, when you start
man.
looking at the top teams in the Big Ten, how about UCLA is sitting at 8 right now, 35-10 over Iowa. They beat them in Pasadena in the Rose Bowl. Uh, Look, man, their quarterback is. This is one of the teams that, to me, should be doing what they're doing right now. They 6-1, 4-0 in conference play. They're one of the only teams in the country that got a senior quarterback back starting right now. I think they still got Frank Vaughn, right? Yep, Frank Bond's still in the building as a true senior right now. Only 99 quarterback in the league right now. Shit. They got James Jackson Jr. at running back. He had 80 yards on 5.3 yards a pop and a touchdown. They got my boy Calvin Russell. He had 69 yards, one touchdown. You got to do better than that with the red shirt sophomore. I'm mad as hell we lost him. He's an elite player too, bro. Oh my God. Aiden McLean still here, a tight end, going crazy. One thing about UCLA, they got tight ends every year, and that's going to get drafted and go in the top 2 rounds for sure. Javante Stewart, senior, at 50 yards in this game, but Jackson out the backfield scored a touchdown, and wide receiver Bargy also scored from out of Long Beach, California, on 32 yards, 2 attempts. So solid there right now. So UCLA, number 8 in the country right now with 1 loss. And then Ohio State, 84-13 over Northwestern. They beat the brakes off of them, 84-13 in this ball game. And we know what Ohio State situation like right now, right? You look at quarterback Kavion Bryant, who was the number 1 quarterback in the 2027 class. He had 319 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks, was sacked twice. I just think the completion percentage is not good enough for me for a quarterback of his caliber. You got to be over 60%, right?
At least.
I mean, this is disrespectful, right? I'm assuming that 479 yards on the ground running the ball with James Ghost in his senior year, 5 touchdowns. He didn't go over the yards, right? I mean, ain't the what's the yards against a computer team? Is it 500 yards total for a running back or 400?
We're trying. Let me look.
Look like he's gonna be sitting the motherfucker. Come on, uh, Brandon. Can't be OPing like that, my nigga. Jesus. Let's go see what the
400.
oh yeah.
406 TDs.
Yep, he's gonna be suspended for a week. Takeoff, but it don't matter because they got Braylon Takeoff right behind him. Like I could go for 100 at any moment as well. And look at that wide receiver room. They brought in Sean Stark, 4 catches, 132 yards, 2 touchdowns, 33 yards a pop. They got Keenan Hakeem. He comes in with 4 catches, 90 yards. Rashad Tate Swift Tech. He also has 71 yards and a touchdown in this ball game. They just reload at the receiver position, so they get it done. That was a computer game. Good shit, but you just broke a rule. All right, let's get to the SEC. What's matchups here? So Oklahoma versus Florida. Number 3, Oklahoma, 7-1. Their only losses to Arizona State. And that was week 1 and a 3-point loss there. Florida though, Florida sitting at 2-4. Gator back though. A lot of those losses was forced losses because he was on vacation. I do think this Florida team is pretty solid. But Oklahoma on a mission right now, right? Bo Bentley has been the starting quarterback for going on his 3rd season right now, and I think he's out of his sophomore slump. Think he's ready to go throw the ball all over the park as well. And they strong as hell up front. And the one thing that everybody keep texting me or DMing me is why his team hitting so fucking hard. Everybody on his defense hit like they fucking Ray Lewis. Don't matter if they play corner or safety. So is Florida ready for that type of physical football, right? Because Oklahoma is the most physical team I ever seen. I'm talking about ever. We had plenty of great teams in my leagues. I never seen a team hitting as hard as this team right here.
I don't know what Max be doing over there, man. He always find a way to make his team look a little extra. You know what I'm saying?
Right, that motherfucker. I don't know. And then he won't tell us nothing, right? Like, what you doing over there? Because why
Yes, well, listen to
everybody on your
this.
defense, right? But then we give him everything. But why everybody on your defense got 99 hit power, or feel like they got 99 hit power? Thank God my running back room is as deep as it is, because in the first quarter, off of 3 possessions, I had to sit 3 running backs.
Oh my God.
I was playing with my 4th and 5th string running backs. He was getting tackles, and they wouldn't come back in the game at all. Texas take care of Ole Miss 69-21. LSU take care of Kentucky. I'm talking about donut take care 82 nothing. Holy moly, donut stick. Auburn handles business. They struggling this year, 4-4 after damn near making it to the title game, right? They had a hell of a season last year. The one thing I will say is this: it's always hard to follow up what you did great the year before. Not easy to do it when
Pick
everybody paying
probably
attention
loaded
to
with
gunning with you.
aftershock linebackers and safeties.
Man, we know what he loaded with. Knock it off. Stop because y'all friends all of a sudden now. Fuck out of here. 72-20 over Mississippi State. Georgia and Texas A&M. We know that game ain't getting played. But Texas A&M sitting at number 9 right now. Now here's the problem though, Rob. Even though Texas A&M sitting at 9, they're 5-1, 2-0 in conference play. Most of their wins is forced wins.
Once you
So
get set
we
up, once you get to that user game.
right. So we don't really know who he really is or what this team is for real. So we got to sit back and wait and figure it out, right? And then now I saved the game for last because it's the game of the week. And we going all the way back to the Big 12 on Fox News. Even though the kickoff is a late game, let's see what time this game was played actually. 5:45, so it's going to get dark. It's going to get dark during this game. You're in Boulder in the mountains. Now, Houston, Texas, the air a little different when you get to Colorado and you play in a mile and a half above sea level. With that tempo that you like to play with, do you think that, how do you prepare your team? You guys been there since Wednesday. Y'all got there a day early. Was that because you want to get your guys used to the breathing and the air conditions up there?
Yeah, definitely get them used to the atmosphere and the heights or whatnot. Just want to take. I don't think we're gonna go so much up tempo. We're gonna gauge the players and see what's what, and just let the game come to us. Like it's a tough place to play. Denver, Colorado, it's just always been one of them tough places to play. So.
Yeah, I agree, man. And then you got athletes all over the field. And one thing I would say, look, Colorado was hampered by draft and transfer portal the last 2 years when they come out of the receiver room. But they brought in 5 receivers from the portal, and they hit on 4 out of the 5, right? They even brought in McCaffrey's son, right? You know, Christian McCaffrey played in Colorado. He played his high school sports in Colorado. He's the 49ers running back. His father played for the Denver Broncos and raised his kids in Denver. And Ed McCaffrey, his little son, Junior McCaffrey, comes back to play for the Colorado Buffaloes. He hit the portal and came over to Buffalo. Deion brought him in. They also brought Jalen Waddle's little brother over there, K. Waddle, from the transfer portal as well. They took Texas receiver, the boy Spoon, who come over with 4.2 speed. And they also brought back their best player, Xavier Saab, who played both sides of the ball on some Travis Hunter shit. And they also brought back the freshman kick return, punt returner of the year, and 5-star Eric McFarland is back in the building right now. So they got weapons, and I bring that up with the receiver room is because each game that go by, you're learning more about the guys you brought in through the transfer portal, right? You know, it takes some time for them to gel and connect with their first-year starter and Jalen, and our quarterback in Jalen Wade. He's been in the program all last year as a true freshman. He's playing as a redshirt freshman, and he's in Heisman conversation right now, having a good year on the ground and throwing the football. But you got them 5 corners over there that can match up man to man with anybody in the country, and talk about how important that was to bring not only your guys with you, the 3 out of the 5 came with you, but to have those type of guys for moments like this. Arizona State, Colorado, when you're playing in conference play, it's some guys that got a receiver room that really can blow the top off and get some things done. And you got the cornerback room and the secondary to be able to play football with that. So talk to me about that matchup tonight, because I think that's going to be the deciding factor of this game. What happens with the back 7? What do your secondary look like against this receiver room of Colorado, right? And that's before we even talk about the run game, because that's where it's going to be at strong for both teams. But when it comes down to throwing a football, the matchups you like right now with your secondary versus the receivers of Colorado right now. Talk to me about anything special. Like, is there a guy that on your in your cornerback room that will be following Xavier Saab everywhere he go, or you feel comfortable that they're all good enough to do what they got to do, that they don't have to move, they just play where they at, and whoever come to them, they take care of them?
Man, we going Jay Timmons is following that #1 guy around
Oh
wholeheartedly.
shit!
Everybody else though.
I was waiting for you to say Timmons though, bro. Oh my God, let's go.
Jay Timmons is following. Um, and everybody else just grab a guy and stick to him. Let's go, man.
Let's get to it right now. One of the strengths of Colorado's football team has been their offensive line over the last 3 years. And they got an offensive line that they guys getting drafted, guys replacing them, and they've been that way because the one thing Colorado has done over the last 4 seasons is do a really good job, and not just recruiting, but in the portal with defense and offensive linemen. So their up front has been very, very strong on both sides of the ball. So when you're thinking about defensively, how do you get to the quarterback? What problems do you see Colorado's offensive line being able to give your team because of how good they actually are? They can go 2 to 3 deep at some positions. And they've been doing a really good job keeping their quarterback upright, not really letting him get sacked. So talk to me about this, not just the scheme. You don't got to get in their way, but just talk to me about the preparation to play against one of the best lines in the country.
Man, it's tough, man. It's hard to replicate it. I mean, I do got a good offensive line within myself, so.
Not just good, a young, good offensive line.
Yeah, so they give a solid look, but ain't nothing like playing the real thing at gang speed. So my whole thing is, how do my defensive trenches respond to it? Who's going to show up in them big moments? Who's going to bring that dog out, man? Because that's what we need this game. We need all the dogs to show up, man. Like,
the dogs coming out, flat out.
Got to.
Do the dogs come out? That's the question right now, and that's for both teams right now. Like when you look at your football team and you thinking about Colorado's defense and matchups and the things you're gonna do to scheme guys open and all that, but like for those that say, man, Colorado is going dog walk them. They ain't got nobody over there. Talk to me about why they stupid for even thinking that way, and the weapons you actually do have over there and how important they are.
Man, if you thinking like that, man, yeah, you got everything coming. Like, one thing about Coach Rob, I can scheme up some
yes,
plays,
sir.
man.
Talk your shit, Coach.
Like, I'm gonna get somebody open. Khalil gonna get his touches. My whole thing right now, my whole goal, my whole talk, everything is centered around Ismaili. I need him to be that guy.
Hey, Melee.
I don't need him to be superhero. I don't need him running around trying to save the world, man. Just make the right play at the right time. Take the game as it come to you. You know what I'm saying? And don't ever get ahead of yourself, like, man. Stay in that good, solid, calm mental space. That's all I need out of him. I need him to be that general right now. Lead your troops, man.
Look, Melly played. Not only did he have some seasons at Louisville, he's the quarterback to a 16-0 team right now in Houston. Jaden Wade is starting for the first time this year as a full-time starter. How do you rattle a quarterback that's, in his first year as a starter?
Man, only way to rattle him is to get in his face, man. And that goes back to the previous conversation. You need
that's why I did it.
To show up.
Brought you right back to that conversation. Let's go.
You need them dogs to show up, and you need them dogs to let them know, like, hey, we here, man. We here. I know we playing in Boulder, but welcome to Houston. like we need that. That's the attitude we need to come with. We need to bring, man. Like, we gotta treat this as a home game. Like,
dang.
We need to.
I feel like that's disrespect like a motherfucker. So go to Boulder and make it a home game for y'all. Knowing damn well your fan base got a little corner section of the stadium, and the rest of that shit gonna be nothing but student body for Colorado.
It's all good. We gotta walk in the trap, take over the trap.
Oh, shit.
We gotta walk in the trap, take over the trap, man. That's what we gotta do, man.
Yo, you off the hook, bro. You is not playing with me. But to be honest with you, that's fact. Like, you're not telling a lie right now.
Gotcha. That gotta be the attitude, like.
All right. So again, do you feel like the air and the breathing will not be a problem for your football team?
Like I said, I feel like we gonna adjust, man. We ain't gonna let that be an excuse, man. We gonna find a way to make it happen. Like that's number one goal is compete. If you need that little break, man, step out, man. We got guys behind you that could gladly fill in. Take a couple plays off if you need to. We don't need nobody playing hero ball. We need everybody to stay within the system and everybody bring them dogs. Like that's
You don't need no hero burgers.
yeah, no hero
You don't need
burgers.
no hero burgers out that bitch right
Dilly
now.
dilly.
No fucking dilly dillies when
No
it come down
dilly
to the ball game
dillies.
right now, man. 3 keys on offense you told your team for them to be successful to win this ball game. 3 things they have is a must, no negotiation. They must do it.
Number one, ball security. First and foremost.
Hmm.
Number two, communication. We all gotta be on the same page. It's gonna get loud and bolder. We gotta be able to communicate. We gotta be able to stay locked in on the
62,000 in the
goal.
stadium, but it's not enough to really affect you when the crowd can get loud, but we don't have a top 25 stadium that'll make your quarterback get rattled with the noise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So you'll be able to still be able to get yourself in and out of plays and audible and all that good shit, right? But it's still a factor playing on a road with a crowd that's going to be right on your neck. You know, the student section is right behind your bench. Um,
exactly. Like,
all right, so number two thing. So number one, not get rattled and don't turn the ball over, right?
right.
All right. What's the number two?
Number two. What's number two? Just stay within the game plan. Like that. I mean, that goes back to number one. Like, we need guys completely locked in. Like, I need 100% on every play. I need all out effort, man. I need act like you want it, pretty much, man. Act like you want
Act
this
like you've been
game.
here before.
Act like you've been here. We don't need none of that show, but I know a lot of guys. They get to Colorado and they want to do the prime. They want to do the high step and the watch flash and stuff
Yeah,
like
because
that.
you
We
already
ain't,
know they're gonna show off because it's prime on
you
that
know what I'm
sideline. You know they're
saying?
gonna do their little shot taking and all that good shit.
Yeah, we can't be on that time now. We gotta come. We gotta be business. Like, I don't. You can troll on the internet all you want. Go on the internet and troll after the game, but during the game, man, we gotta be all business. Like, because one thing for sure, them Colorado Buffaloes ain't coming to play with us, so we gotta be ready to ball.
When we come back off our little commercial, 30-second commercial break, we'll talk about key players of the game on both sides of the ball for both teams. When we come back, we'll finish our conversation on the Fox Big Noon Kickoff game of the week. It comes down to Colorado and Houston. We'll be back in a little bit. Go upstairs. Fuck upstairs. Keep going, bitch. Whatever. Yeah, that motherfucker always talking shit. Yeah. Where you been at, man? Working, chilling, huh? Nah, you lock that door. You don't remember Coach Lance, do you? I don't remember. I don't remember Coach Lance. Walking Wabi.
Yo,
We're back off the commercial break, cuz. Did you bring your little empties with you? No? You ain't bring nothing else to blow either? You want something to blow? Or you good? Alright. Rob, before the commercial break, we were talking about key matchups coming up right now, man. And we're gonna start with your Houston defense right now, right? About the cornerback matchup, right? Corner and receiver matchups right now. But Colorado's strength is their run game. So who's the key to stopping the run game on your defense in tonight's game?
them 2D tackles, man.
Oh shit. It's about 4 of them motherfuckers, ain't it?
Yeah, we need a main two to show up, big dogs, man.
Need the main 2 to show the fuck up and come and play some football. D tackles, man. I like it because it actually starts and stops when it comes down to that D tackle play. I think you got really good ones up front, guys that could get it done.
Yes, sir.
It's amazing to see a matchup, right? With two football. What's up, Mom? Go ahead, just come get him. Just come get him. Okay, so what do you need, baby?
Just to make sure he's eating.
Okay, he'll eat.
That's all I need.
All right. Anything else? All right. My bad, you already know.
Yeah, for sure.
As soon as I can find my fucking remote control, where the fuck I take that bitch to? I ain't say nothing about you. I'm talking about a remote control. Where the fuck my remote go? Oh, here it go. All right, we back. All right, Rob. When it come down to football, man, before y'all got to Boulder, y'all had a week of preparation, right? Because y'all just played a big time game against UCF. And, you know, you ain't coming off a bye week, anything like that. So you had literally 5 days to prepare for this football team. And one of those 5 days is going to be taken away from traveling, right? So in 5 days, what you see on film from Colorado that is not a concern, but something you know is key to stopping for you to better be successful in this dog fight.
Like you said before, that run game, man, that run game was always stout. Your coaching tree, you always produce running backs. That's just who you are. So as long as I can, like, a number one key gotta be stop the run and worry about the pass later, if that makes sense. Like, and hopefully them cornerbacks that I brought over, them dogs that, you know, natty across the board man coverage, hopefully they can keep up with them receivers and make it a little easier on my front seven and be like, all right, let's go and focus on that quarterback and that running back. Make sure they don't go crazy and go off, man. Like, cause we got the receivers back here. Like,
Both of us got lights out quarterbacks, dual threat type capability, right? And I would say Melly. I mean, you going on year three with him with Melly, right? So you know what he could do as a backfield creator. But do you feel like his legs is key to this football game, or him being accurate and hitting the players that's open when they are open in this ball game?
his legs always gonna play a factor, but more than anything, it's gotta be the accuracy. The accuracy gotta be on point, man. We cannot have that untimely sale of the ball that tends to happen when you get a little happy in the pocket, you know, a little happy feet. Like I said, I just need him to stay poised, and I need him to stay mentally savvy.
So would you say key players of the game to watch out for? Would you say Zaire Melly is Melly going to be the guy that's the key to your football success today?
Oh yeah, it starts and ends with him, man. He's the guy that touches the ball every play. He's the one that gets the ball to them playmakers, a Hawk shooter, a Khalil Taylor. Without Ismaili, none of that's even happening right now. So
when I think about defensively, who is your key player today that is the person that could change this game in your favor?
in my favor, I'm thinking I want, you know, Jay Timmons, like I said, he's gonna follow the one around, but I'm thinking that right edge.
So we're looking at right edge, and we're looking at either Chance Bryant, or are we looking at Sheldon Rice, or even Dawson?
Looking at Rice right now.
All right, so Rice. So Rice would be the key to your defense today, whether it's getting to the quarterback or stopping the run in the run game. So I like that. Offensively, quarterback Ismaili is the key to Houston's success, whether it's running the ball or throwing the ball. Accuracy is the key to this ball game with him. When it comes down to Colorado, I think we're going to go to the 5-star when it comes down to the number one running back in his class in his junior year right now. It's going to come down to KJ Edwards. This kid is a walking yard, right? Like, it's you throw the deuces up when he's on the field, right? He's powerful. He can run downhill. He can get east, west. He can go north, south with no problem. Catch the ball out the backfield, and he's the key to Colorado's success offensively. I do think if he has a great day, it's going to be a long day for the Houston Cougars. The problem is stopping him doesn't kill what they can do offensively in the run game because they do have elite running backs in their backfield. There's three out of the six running backs they can play have elite tags on them. Right, you're looking at Jonathan Hatton Jr., who plays a little bit of fullback and I formation, but he's a monster as well at running back, and he's finally starting to get his carries this year, although he's a true junior. Right, then you're looking at Lakai Tompkins, who you know all about, right? He was a Louisville commit, flipped at the last minute to Colorado, so you know exactly what you're getting out of him from IMG Academy, right? The kid is Derrick Henry the clone. Let's just call it what it is, right? And you're looking at David Gabriel George, who's another elite running back, right, with the elite tag. So three out of their four running backs that carry the football, three of them have elite shells. And then they have the redshirt freshman Makai Rhodes, who's the number one running back in the 2027 class, sitting down here, who's elite as well. So they deep in their running back room right now, very deep, right, really good and very deep in their running back room. I like Jay Timmons on the back end for you, but I also do like what you're saying at the edge rusher. Like, your edge rusher got to be on some Julius Pepper shit. Like, he got to take over the football game, or Jadeveon Clowney at South Carolina. He got to take over the football game, whether the run or throwing the ball. And I do like Sheldon Wrights having that situation on key. But I do think offensively for Colorado, it's Edwards. And here's the kicker: the front seven of Colorado is going to be key. I think Houston is going to throw the ball all over the park, and they're going to scheme it up to where they're getting the shit done. And I don't think the secondary is the problem. Although it's going to be the biggest test we had all year, considering we played Tennessee's Joel Wyatt, and wasn't successful in stopping him, right, with a 3-point loss in overtime. But I do think our corners are playing better now. That was early in the season, but it come down to one person and one person only, and that's Anthony Davis Jr., the edge rusher for Colorado, coming off the edge. The kid is going crazy this year. He's having a very successful year right now coming off the edge. He plays really well against the run as well, Rob. Look, 42 tackles, 34 tackles for loss. But in week 9, this man is sitting on 23.5 sacks. So to me, Anthony Davis Jr., same way you talking about Sheldon Rice, I do think Anthony Davis Jr. is going to be a key to disrupting the accuracy of Ismelly, the quarterback. So when you look at this game overall, and who both of us got edge rushers being the key to what we could do defensively, and then you have a quarterback offensively that's going to determine the keys of how your game goes. And we feel like the running back room is going to be our key to this ball game right now. Can't pick a winner, but you guys can in the chat right now. This is going to be one of those games that you get a +2/+2 on. So if you are watching the show, you know the only way you know to get a +2/+2 is by picking a winner, typing it in the comment section or the chat, and then show your proof, and you get a +2/+2 on a true freshman and a +2/+2 on a redshirt freshman if you pick the winner of this ball game.
Turbinger.
And the reason why I can let y'all post it in the chat is because you only gonna know you get a 2-speed, 2XL on 2 different players if you're watching the show. If you're not watching it, you're never gonna know to do it. So that's the kicker, that's the catch. And this game is broadcasted on Fox. Big kickoff noon, and you'll see it after the game is posted. We actually on Prime right now. We on a football app like the NFL Thursday night, where you gotta watch it on Prime. That's where you're going to catch this game. But it will be posted in the chat when the game is over.
Okay. Hell yeah.
So if you're watching right now, you need to type in the comment section who you got winning for 2-speed 2XL on a true freshman, 2-speed 2XL on a redshirt freshman.
Who playing?
Look, Boone just hopping on. I don't know if you heard that.
Colorado, my pick.
Colorado is my pick. Colorado and Houston. Rob is picking his own self. Colorado and Houston playing the game of the week. Boone, I sent you an invite. Come to chat. Last conversation, Rob, before we get the fuck up out of here. Rob, when it comes down to stats, season stats, who's going off in the country right now? We start with the national rankings right now. And we're gonna
Houston
go.
about to get belt to ass rolling on the floor,
Man, you keep
laughing,
thinking,
rolling
Rob,
on
we
the
play
floor,
good
laughing,
games. Don't
rolling on
don't
the
jinx
floor,
me right
laughing,
now. I
rolling
don't
on
hear
the
that
floor,
shit.
laughing, rolling
All
on the
right,
floor, laughing.
Rob, before we get out of here, we're looking at the top quarterbacks right now, passing yards right now. We're gonna go passing yards, touchdowns, and that's it, right? All right, David Quell just got out of their game, and he is now the leading thrower in college football this season with 3,382 yards, 30 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. David Quell for TCU. He's a redshirt junior out of Humboldt, Texas, 6'3", 223, backfield creator right now. He actually having a great season, Rob. Shit, if you keep it up, shit, the boy's elite too. Like, the elite players are all over the country. You feel me, Rob? Because our top two quarterbacks we great talk about are elites. The top three are elites. The top four is elite. Then you come down to the next guys, and you start to see some normals and impacts. All right, so Quell leads the league in passing yards, 30 touchdowns. T. Martin with 69 completion percentage, 3,172 yards, 27 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Travis Burgess for North Carolina has 76%, 3,101 yards, 35 touchdowns, 10 picks. Addison Breeze, the transfer, comes in for Arizona State, 74 completion percentage, 2,987 yards, 31 touchdowns, and only 5 interceptions right now. And Florida State's Jaden O'Neal with 2,964 yards, 32 touchdowns, 14 interceptions on the season right now. Let's go to the run game. We had some guys doing some big time shit all over the country. Dixon Myaz, 100 carries on the year, 1,548 yards. He averaging 16 yards a carry, Rob, with 22 touchdowns from the run game, averaging 194 yards a game with 25 runs over 20 yards. Texas is running back Dale Labato. He's in the Heisman race as well, 172 carries for 1527, 9 yards a carry, 15 rushing touchdowns, 107 yards a game, 20 carries over 20 yards. How about Deshaun Rado, Redman, transfer from USC, and he starts to come over, and he's at Arizona State right now, sharing the backfield, and the next two backs at 3 and 4 are Arizona State made. 13-10 from Redman, 17 yards a carry, 13 touchdowns, and Alex Johnson Jr., who went over 3,000 yards in his career in one season, 1162, 16 yards a carry, 7 rushing touchdowns right now. The kid, James Ghost from Ohio State, 1153, 10.2, 9 touchdowns, 164.7, 17 touchdowns, and that he is the guy that will be suspended for going over the yards mark. KJ Edwards, the guy you have to deal with today, 1,071, 13.7 yards a pop, so he averages 14 yards a game, a carry, 14 touchdowns, 179 yards a game, 16 runs over 20 yards. Rob, your old running back, DeMarco Rashid, is going crazy for Louisville right now, 924 yards. All right, so let's go real fast. We go to the receivers. Rodney Rourke, 65 catches, 1326, 15 touchdowns as a receiver right now. Brandon Murray, the Heisman winner, 43 catches, 1315, 30.6 yards a pop, 13 touchdowns. Joel Wyatt, the best receiver in college football, 69 catches, 1272, 18.4 yards, and 16 touchdowns. Then you go to Raheem Tadia for Notre Dame, 11-10, 8 touchdowns. Von Body, Taylor Sproles for Duke. You got KT Metcalf for Clemson with 953. You're looking at J.K. Pittman. So Arizona State got 3 guys almost over 1,000 yards right now. Snoop Menace for LSU. And we're gone. All right, your last shit is the Heisman runners up right now. These guys are battling for the Heisman race right now. And we're looking at Dixon Mize, Dale Labato, Joe Wyatt, Jaden Wade, and Travis Burgess. So we got 2 quarterbacks, 2 running backs, and a receiver on the top 5 for the Heisman. This list is going to change for sure, but right now they're your top 5. With that being said, that's the end of the show. We'll catch y'all on the next Homecoming Game Day series, man. Coach Rob and Hits. And we'll catch y'all after the Colorado-Houston game. Gone. How long was the show? Oh, damn, we was way too far.